Death of the Unicorn is currently top 3 movies on HBO Max. I had added it to my list before it was because I wanted to watch it. And I think top 10 movies are probably based on how much people are watching them lately on the streaming platforms. So I wasn't a big fan of this movie. I didn't hate it or anything, but I don't really get the hype. It follows two characters. There's a bunch of characters, but obviously the two main characters are Paul Rudd, who plays Elliot, and Jenna Ortega, who plays Ridley. We also have other characters like Griff, who is one of the people that works in the house that they go to. We have Sebastian, who's played by, I believe his name is William Potler, who I've seen in a few movies, like We're the Millers, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I've seen him in other stuff, but those are the two that immediately come to mind. He was also in that one horror movie I watched. I can't think of the name of right now. Midsummer. This movie it's decent. I didn't like a lot of the humor in it. It wasn't my cup of tea. Just not very funny in my opinion. There was a lot of humor in it, and it just wasn't funny. The tagline of the movie is "Payback is a Beast." Not very funny because pun on "Payback is a bitch." It's whatever. A big part of the humor in this movie too is them not wanting to call the unicorn a unicorn except for Ridley. It's stupid. So I guess I'll get to it. About 10 minutes in, the unicorn gets hit by the car by accident, and he ends up trying to club it to death with a golf club because she touches its horn, and that kind of puts her in like a drugged like state. He says that she looked like she was in a seizure when she did that, so he was saving her, but we don't know what she looks like when that happened. We only saw it from her perspective, and then she broke out of it when the unicorn was killed. The unicorn is told to be immortal, so it comes back to life in his car while he's at the people he's really trying to impress, some employers. He's trying to get some money out of them. And it tries to break out of his car. A lady just coldly, that works for the people he's trying to get employed, goes up to it and shoots it in the head, which was crazy. They start to realize that the unicorn's blood and stuff has healing powers. The healing powers got rid of his allergies to pollen, and the healing powers got rid of her acne, and they end up using it on one of the characters that is wheelchair bound, Benjamin, and it makes him not be wheelchair bound, and he looks younger, and he's walking around and stuff. But the mom and dad unicorn end up getting really, really mad, and they go and try and get revenge for their kid that was killed and resurrected and killed. The unicorns are gray in this movie. They later become white. I guess they were gray with revenge, which is kind of a weird concept. I know this is a weird concept movie, but that was just it was just really weird to me that they're bad because they're gray. The majority of this movie is in the dark. It's not well lit. It's not the worst movie I've seen that isn't well lit. That's got to go to Alien vs Predator Requiem. And there's other movies that are kind of dark that I love, like Avengers 1. I remember there being a few scenes in there that were hard to see as a kid. Maybe it might have been my TV. I got a way better TV now. But anyways, Uh, yeah, I didn't really find this movie that funny. It's got a really talented cast. The plot's okay, I guess. Jenna Ortega comes to the conclusion that if they give the unicorn back, it might leave them alone. That doesn't work. It kills another person. Griff runs out of the movie, and he shows up near the end of the movie. The humor wasn't that funny to me. Like, it wasn't unfunny, but it wasn't funny. There's a scene that is pretty obvious what's going to happen because of how Sebastian treats his mom throughout the movie. Like, literally before her death scene, she keeps trying to talk to him and tell him how much she cares about him. And he keeps interrupting her and stopping her and wanting to talk about something else. At one point, he literally tells her to shut the fuck up. Yet, this movie has the audacity to make you think that he might kill the unicorn and save her life. But he doesn't. He says, sorry, forgive me, and runs off and lets his mom get killed by the unicorn, who the unicorn eats her guts. I don't know why I said it. Yeah, the unicorn eats her guts. Because the unicorn does a lot of biting in this movie. Because I guess they didn't want to have it constantly killing people with its horn. Which I think is really weird. But I don't think it ruined the movie or anything. I just personally thought it was weird that a unicorn's using its teeth a lot. Like, unicorns aren't really known for their teeth. Yeah, this movie just wasn't really that entertaining to me. Sebastian ends up becoming, like, somewhat of an antagonist at the end of the movie, and he tries to use Jenna Ortega's character as bait, and the unicorn comes and it lays down because it's relaxed being near her or something, and the other unicorn comes because it turns out there's two unicorns. Like I talked about it earlier, there's a mom and dad. They treat it like it's somewhat of a plot twist that there's more than one unicorn. And he, like, ties them up and stuff. Her dad, Paul Rudd, comes up and stabs him. Then Sebastian stabs Elliot. They both die. He doesn't fully die from the knife thing. He ends up getting kicked in the face by one of the unicorns. I did like that. Paul Rudd dies and says that he hopes to see her in the afterlife with her mom, and then the unicorns bring him back to life, so that was kind of pointless. Oh, I forgot to talk about the most bizarre thing. Like I said, that this movie was dimly lit, and it was mainly at nighttime for the majority of the movie. It just randomly goes to daytime. We have a scene of Paul Rudd being chased in a house, and it's dark. And they cut to him being chased by the unicorn outside, and it's daytime. It's so bizarre. I really don't get why they did that. This movie was something else. They get arrested by the police because they think they killed the people or whatever. I guess Griff didn't tell the truth, which I probably wouldn't tell the truth either. About, unicorns killing people. It would sound completely insane. Then the unicorns show up while they're in the back of the cop car and push the car off the cliff. And the movie ends there. What a bizarre ending to a very bizarre movie.